Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dicing with Death.
Hello. Good morning. Oh, your mug is so much larger than mine.
Oh yeah, it's such a
Sometimes
big.
I've got those teeny tiny little espresso cups
Mm.
that feel so dainty in my hobgoblin mitts.
Would it be better if I drank out of these?
That's a little classier. Can you get the pinky free?
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Right now, these mugs are filled with screws that belong in my laptop and have belonged in my laptop since November. And
So what's holding your laptop together?
pressure. And little tiny plastic clips inside.
Pushing down on you, pushing down on me.
Mm-hmm.
That was
great Vanilla Ice song.
My Chemical
Loved
Romance,
it.
right?
Oh. I believe it was Vanilla Ice originally, and then corrupted by
there you go.
Scrub, Frankie Mercury, or something like that.
In case you don't tune in to the Twitch pre-show, I was giving Neal grief for thinking that Summertime was written by Sublime.
It was written by Sublime. They might have taken one line
from someone. They might have just copied a line from someone else.
They copied one line from someone else. It's called sampling, Ryan, and it's still unique song that they made. All right. I've played this game with you before, and I don't come out on top, so I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead. If you guys don't know about this, Ryan's really a jazz nerd.
Not exactly. I don't know.
You used to be. Not anymore, maybe not.
I got cooler. Now I'm a D&D nerd.
I don't know. I think jazz nerds are still pretty cool. They're like the...
I think these things go in waves. They might be cool again. The 20s are coming back.
Mm-hmm. But I also feel like there's a social strata where at the bottom you've got one set of nerd that's sort of socially acceptable, like the gamer nerd, and then the nerdier you go, the higher up you are in the hierarchy of nerd.
Yeah,
and yet the
radio is really trendy here. So you'll see people with their local NPR station tote bags and stuff.
Yeah, nice.
But public online radio, if you walk around with a Twitch shirt, the Dicing with Death shirt,
you're bound to get some funny looks. Or is that...
I don't know.
You should try it.
You should
give us a sample.
You really should.
All right.
So I do have a new paper out today.
Oh, yeah? What's it entitled?
I can look it up just so I don't dork it up. If you go to
I just published a paper today, but I'm not sure what it's called.
You go to the Journal of Nanoscale. It should be the most recent. If you're watching this live, it should be the most recent paper. So it'll be on the top. It should be something to the effect of observing the colloidal stability of iron oxide nanoparticles in situ.
Ooh, I see it right here. Pubs.rsc.org. Oh, look at that sexy 20 nanometer iron oxide nanoparticle.
I think even without institutional access, you might be able to watch the movies.
Oh, there's movies?
Yeah, if you're on a PC.
Oh, supplementary movies. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I gotta download these things.
The third one down, I think, will be the coolest, but they're all... Yeah. Anyways, we probably shouldn't have done this on stream, because now you're going to be watching...
This should have been the pre-show.
You're going to be watching my nanoparticles. Well, this should have been the pre-show. Well, I had to plug it to all the peeps.
Yeah.
Don't crash the Royal Society for Chemistry's website, Twitch chat.
Right.
I'm trusting you here.
I'm watching this video, Ryan. I can see blobs, and I can see us zooming in on them, and one blob is overtaking the other. It looks like one cell is consuming another cell, but that's not what's happening, is it?
No, you're looking at iron oxide nanoparticles. So that.
And is this the growth of particles?
Depending on which one you clicked on, that might be one reversibly growing and then dissolving.
Is it growing and dissolving because you've changed your zoom and therefore you're having a different concentration?
Yeah. That's how you change the electron flux in a TEM, or that's how I did it. It's kind of a clever little trick, if I do say so myself. And then you change the surface chemistry of the particle to control how it interacts with the solution.
I
So
learned that a couple weeks ago.
They'll just be dissolving. I think if you found the cool one, it's the one where I'm like, bloop, 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 bloop,
And it's going up,
and then you zoom out and it changes the conditions.
And we're looking at things on the scale of 20 nanometers, yeah?
Yeah.
Tens of nanometers, I should say.
Yeah, that's like it's like nearly 30 nanometer particle. So you're not showing this on stream, correct?
No, I'm not showing it on stream.
Yeah, don't do that. I think, yeah. Like I said, I think you probably need an institutional access for the full paper, or yeah. But I think all the supplementary stuff is just free. Available along with the abstract. Anyways, that's enough about science because we got a limited time here to play. Although I didn't prep that much. Maybe we should just talk about...
well, let's talk about this for a little bit longer because this 20 nanometer scale here seems to be showing me, and the equation below shows me that these are like 7 atom particles that you're playing with here at the largest.
No, that's a chemical equation just showing the acidic dissolution of iron oxide.
So the particles that we're looking at
are almost 30 nanometers, which means I would have to do like a back of the envelope calculation, but thousands of cells, I would think. So like even more than that of individual iron atoms and oxide. And it's in water.
All right. That human hair is 75 microns, which is 75,000 nanometers. Okay, so we're on the scale of like 1,000 times less than a human hair.
Yeah, we're based on molecular scale. You can't. I mean, I've got atomic resolution, or I've taken atomic resolution images of these particles. In these particular experiments, it's in water, so you don't have that resolution.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool.
At the nanoscale, right? Huh?
Just got one word for you, son. Nanotechnology. I know it's 2 words, but I have just the one.
You slam them together. It makes it cooler. It makes it a buzzword.
It's a graduate reference for those of you that haven't seen the classic film from the 80s.
No,
90s?
In The Graduate, they said it was plastics.
It was plastics, yeah. I mean, we've changed it slightly.
By the time we were growing up, it was nanotechnology.
Yeah. By the time we were kids.
And just look at me now.
Yep. And look at plastics now.
A certified doctor of nanotechnology. And where are plastics?
Did you get your thing in the mail?
No, I got it in the email. That's almost.
You got it in an email? Okay. So you're an e-certified doctor?
Yeah, I just gotta print out the diploma in the next room, and it'll be official.
I thought they were gonna send it to you in the mail.
Yeah. That's forthcoming. Cool. I was saying I got an email confirmation. I got it. Yeah. Degree confirmed, but
cool.
The actual diploma and in transit.
So maybe this has been enough preamble here.
Of a diversion.
Yeah. Well, our preamble's been great today. It's actually been solid. What's happening, Ryan? Am I dead?
What's happening?
Am I fucking dead?
Roll an intelligence check.
Neal or Halvar?
Either?
Well, it's the same roll either way. 23, I pass.
You know what? I mean, how would you know if you were dead? How would Halvar know?
Because I passed an intelligence check. Because the DM told me that's what I had to do, and I did it.
Yeah. I mean, how much damage did you take?
Last I counted, I got down to like 3, but then I fell asleep apparently while bleeding, so...
Well, you fell asleep because you bled to death. I mean, spoiler alert.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not dead then.
Yeah, there were numerous ways that could have resolved. I mean, actually, if you look at the Berserker class, there's even a note under the wounds about like alternate death rules. And especially as you get towards like the bear levels, we may change that stuff even more. But yeah, I mean, so in character, I mean, what's Halvar how's Halvar piecing this together?
Oh, he's probably not. I'm only piecing it together because we talked about it.
You passed this in check.
I guess. All right. So Halvar's piecing it together because
Like, could you have survived that the wounds that you took from the goblins? Is it possible?
It is possible. It's conceivable that I did, but like, there's no goblin magic that is this strong. Goblins aren't that amazing. Goblins are kind of puny and weak. They can't totally take control over my mind.
I think this is coming from a non-proficient, non-goblin expert, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's no goblin magic.
Have you ever seen a goblin before the campaign started?
Maybe in the distance or as a captured prisoner.
How can you be sure that the goblins even exist? Where are the bodies, Neal? Tell me where the bodies are.
I've seen them with my own hands. I made them. I wrought them from flesh and blood and bone.
Yeah.
But I think I can.
So it's up to you how Halvar interprets this. Whether you clawed your way back from death's doorstep or whether you actually are dead.
I think it's a suspicion.
These are spiritual questions for Halvar to wrestle with.
Mm-hmm.
But the facts of the matter is, you still have control of your character. So
so it's all the same.
You gotta keep playing.
All right.
The dungeon goes deeper. Cool beans. You did take a permanent reduction in your constitution.
I did.
As a consequence of your wounds of the goblin poison. We'll see.
Bad.
You are battle scarred, a little more worse for the wear, but maybe a little wiser. Cool. So do you want to recount for us where Halvar is, what he's doing? We didn't get a recap, but
yeah.
Tell me about your cave, Neal.
My cave?
Tell me about the cold, dark,
we've got a
wet
wall
place
over there with a closet in it, and I got a door over there, and there's a window here. My hidey hole is more fascinating now because I can't see behind me anymore. Behind me is
experimenting with the dynamic lighting.
Is a cone of darkness, pure darkness, and a goblob nearby.
There's no goblob.
Oh. What? Oh, there we go. Now I can't see the goblob. Ooh, he's actually gone. What? Where'd he go?
You can sense his presence. You can smell their presence, right? The cave reeks of goblins. You wouldn't describe it, so I'll describe it for you.
Okay.
Cold, wet, and dark. One might even say dank.
Dankest dungeon indeed. It's the latest game to come out.
Anything else you would like to add? Is there blood? Are there corpses?
There's blood on me, but I haven't seen any corpses in here, and that's what's creeping me out. Oh yeah, definitely. I want the corpses of my enemies.
Yeah. How long are you playing? What's your plan? You're at 9 HP. You're at 18 con. We did level you up last time, which usually denotes some sort of downtime.
Right.
Do you have any? Is there anything else you want to talk about? Is there anything you remember from your experiences last week other than the goblobs?
Well, there was that dude who's confused as to how I got here, and since I haven't been able to find the wolf because it keeps running away from me,
okay, yes, there was a wolf. Would you care to recap the viewers on these events to your recollection? So let's set the scene. You're in the dark in this cave, covered in your own blood, thinking back on what you've seen and done, where you've been.
Yeah.
Fill us in. What's on Halvar's mind?
I remember. It all went dark. And then when I awoke, it was only dark and light. No colors. Except for the wolf. I could see it in the distance.
And the sky.
Golden.
The emerald green sky.
And the emerald green sky that I had conveniently forgotten about for a moment because I was overpowered by the wolf. Yes. And I chased the wolf on and on and on. I chased it till I came to the colored gemstones, which I thought were food and tried to eat them. They were not food. But the dirt tasted delicious when I tried to taste it earlier. That was true.
Yeah, maybe
it
it
had
had different minerals in the soil that you're lacking in your home world. You should go back and eat that dirt.
I might. And I met a man, maybe an elf, weird robes. He seemed confused by my presence.
Sidness. You can call me Sidness. But you probably couldn't pronounce the original Elven.
That's right. It was zzz, and I asked him where the wolf went, and I chased the wolf further on and on. And even though I went in the opposite direction of where I came from, I ended up where I started. And I chased the wolf some more and failed to catch it. And I ran some more, and then I leveled up. And now I'm gonna go look for the elf.
So all of these things you dream of and more while you recover? Are you resting? What's your game plan here?
No, Halvar's at 9 HP, and this is spooky. He does not like spooky. He's a superstitious orc, half human. And so he will go in search of Elfman.
How long have you been in this cave, Halvar? You did heal some, right? You're 9 HP?
I only healed because I leveled and my life went up proportionately.
Okay.
I have been in this.
Even though you've obtained the new survival proficiency, you're not going to bother using it. You're going to get right back to the hunt.
I'm giving up on the wolf for now. I want to go talk to the man near the stones, the green and red and blue stones.
Well, you're in a cave. The only stones here are sort of green and dank. Definitely not orange. So, where are you headed, Halvar?
God damn it. I'm moving. I'm gonna skip through the hole in the wall. I'm gonna come down over here.
How did you get there? I don't know how you got there, but
there's a hole in your wall. It's just a shortcut around the long way. I'm gonna come back out of the cave.
Go back out the front door of the cave.
Oh, chat missed it. Oh, damn it. I didn't have the right overlay.
That's fine. You were like clipping through walls and there were goblins and then there weren't goblins. And the goblins were in your dreams. They were haunted. That's probably why you couldn't sleep here. It just smells like goblin, right?
It's goblin everywhere.
It reminds you of that, even though I guess you got the XP for fulfilling your oath, but you feel like the goblins aren't done, right? You cleared out this den, but it still smells like them. It still feels like there's, I don't know.
Yeah. I think if Halvar ever makes it back to the real world, he'll find Coronado Vasquez and create a line of scent called Goblinoid. And its tagline will be goblins everywhere. It's gonna be great.
Goblinoid
by Halvar. The latest scent for men who want to get down and dirty.
How about dank goblin?
Oh, that's nice.
Goblin dank? I don't know. All right.
Halvar's going this way. We're heading for the Mr. Elfman. We're going kind of quickly, but we're still scanning the area around us. Just gotta stop and scroll from time to time. And I believe Mr. Elfman was this way. And I will proceed in that direction.
Sure. So you are, let's see here. Ignore screen changes. We're going off map. So you wander into the wood. So you climb up the, whatever we call the slopes behind. Close your eyes. You don't need to see that. It's just going to kill the mood. Viewers probably see it, don't they?
They do.
The boat's not real. All right, so you climb up the winding path behind the waterfall and wander into the woods. Where are you headed, Halvar?
I'm looking to find that same path I was following before, and then find Mr. Man by the stones. That's what I'm looking for. And I can make a tracking check if my old tracks are still here, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're gonna need to roll something. Tracking sounds fine. So you find your footprints in the dust. What is this?
This delicious ground? I'll lick it again just to make sure it's just as good as it
like
was before.
Flaky and powdery, and it just like it dissolves as soon as it touches your tongue.
Mm.
It's salt, but it's not just like salt. Like Halvar doesn't know what sodium is, but it's the mineral composition is so unique. Flavors. Did you roll a tracking check?
No, I haven't yet. There it is. Is that some sort of iron I taste in the ground? Some sort of metal? Sort of, it's like a bloody taste?
Right, except it's definitely not red. All right, you're in the thing. Ooh, Halvar. If it wasn't clear, I don't know what's clear to Halvar anymore. Roll an intelligence check again. Let's see how you interpret all this. No. Okay, close your eyes as you see these visions of worlds that definitely don't exist. I need to archive pages or something to get them closer together. Where the heck is Circle of Stones? All right. Halvar, the wolf is not there, but you are. You're not sure how, but you find your way traveling through between trees, fern-laden gully, and through portals, if you will, doors, unseen doors. I don't know what Halvar's metaphysics is like, but yeah, you're pushing through this otherworldly woods, and you're thinking of these standing stones, and suddenly you're pushing your way into the clearing, and you're here. You track your way here, right? You follow the smell and the taste.
I do. And I note to myself that the ground is still slightly off-center from where it should be, because last time the ground got moved and the lighting effects are now slightly off-centered. Not on the gems.
You're looking up, yeah. You're licking and then looking up, and you see a smooth orange facet.
I proceed forward. Is Mr. Man there?
He's there on the map, so I guess I'll give him to you. Yeah, he's there. Let me... Earth shifts, dude. Oh, roll 20, you're freaking out on me.
Yeah, it's been doing that a lot lately. It's the Russians.
Are they stealing all these campaign assets?
They're trying to elect a new Dicing with Death character.
They're trying to promote someone else to DM.
Yeah, you can't let them win, guys. You gotta fight the Russians.
Sorry, refreshing. But elf friend is there. Clad in a robe. I think he's got a blade by his side, although I can't see his token. It's still loading.
Ooh. I will say to him, you! I cannot find the elf. No, the wolf.
He turns to What's this? Here we go. 20, you there?
Halvar cannot find wolf! Where is wolf?
Are you this mad when you come into the circle?
I'm not mad, that's just how I talk. It's like, you know.
Okay.
It's like how Cantonese sounds angry if you don't understand what they're saying. Halvar just sounds angry if you don't understand what he's saying. Or German, you know. Angry sounding languages exist, and Halvar is just a naturally angry sounding language man.
All right. Well, the landscape shifts around you, and suddenly you're closer to this red gemstone than you realized.
Gemstone looks like it's in the right place!
All right. Well, the elf turns to face you as you come strutting into the circle. Not sorry to hear that. How does this concern me?
You are the only other person in this whole
This
strange world. I must find the wolf to get home. I must don its skin, eat its heart, and wear its eyes for my own.
He sort of scowls at this, almost like a look of disgust. He's imagining eating a wolf heart. Might be vegan. Makes him squeamish.
Vegan elf. Of course you know like wolf. You prissy, faint, small creature is understandable. You do not have strength of stomach for wolf heart, high in iron oxide nanoparticles.
And you do not have deafness nor grace.
My hearing is very good.
What is it you seek? Did you give him Halvar? You did give him your name.
Yes.
Thanks.
I seek. No. Okay. Away home, away from foul goblin magic, where I can find the wolf who will take me home.
And where are you from? Are you standing where you are?
Yeah, I'm keeping a respectful distance. 7 or 8 feet between
a
us.
little closer to to look at you.
I allow him to approach graciously.
In his offhand, he does have a curved blade that shimmers in the reflects a dull green light.
I'll take a good look at the blade.
I don't know if you heard it, but he asked where you're from.
Right.
Where are you from?
I will squat down onto my haunches and look at the blade while I answer him.
Yeah, roll some kind of check.
No. I am.
It looks like a nice blade, but you're reasonably sure that the strange lighting is due to this place and not anything special about the about the sword. I don't know.
I'll stand back up again. I am from small, insignificant orcish village that I have abandoned because its people were pitiful. And then I was from the goblin lair, where I slew many of my enemies, my sworn enemies, slew them all. And now I am here, in this strange place, made by goblin magic. Maybe. Or wolf magic. Probably wolf magic. Much stronger than goblin magic.
Nay, Faye.
Speak common tongue. Halvar no understands you.
This place is not not for goblins. Breathe deep. Tell me, is the air not pure? There are no goblins here.
Air is pure. There are no goblins here. I have defeated them, and I have protected you, strange citizen.
Yeah. No goblins, except for you. He steps forward. How do I know you weren't with him? And he, brandishes. Roll. Do you want to roll a charisma check or something to speak with but a glance?
Yeah.
Flex a star in his direction, or something. Or should
29.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Okay. You can play it off as a joke. Okay. Not a goblin, if you say so.
Of course I am not goblin. I am half orc and half human, and I have the best half from both. Halvar is unstoppable. He has fury.
Is that what you call yourself?
No. I call myself Halvar. You look like an elf.
You nailed that charisma check.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he sort of looks you up and down. Well, rest assured, your quarry is not here.
How do I get home?
The way is long, and mayhaps treacherous. Would you, see. But, yeah.
All good things in life are long and treacherous. It was a joke your mother used to say. Ah ha ha. Ha! Elves have terrible senses of humor. Worthless creatures.
Well. Are you ashamed?
Of my dick
I don't
joke?
know, you're
Yes.
covering your
Yes.
face with your
I was ashamed of
character sheet.
the your mom joke, dick joke combination. I apologize.
This RPing has gone off the rails, but you nailed your charisma check. He will offer you respite before you are on your way. You can continue the conversation if you like.
What is respite? Halvar's vocabulary is limited. Define respite for Halvar.
You may sit, breathe, eat before you are on your way. But as I said, your prey is not here. And though I will not interfere with your hunt, I cannot say that I cannot take a side in this matter, at least not with clear conscience.
But you give me hospitality of your people, food, water, rest. I will pray to prey upon the prey while I eat with you. Rest assured, young man, I shall not eat you. You do not have the bravery I need.
He sort of tilts a head, tilts an eyebrow.
And I will, if he produces food, I will sit and eat and drink my fill.
Yeah. How does he... I don't know if he carries rations, or does he just...
Does he just magic them into existence?
He does not magic them into existence, although from Halvar's perspective. I think he beckons you forth. Come, are you hungry?
Yes, very. There's most delicious mud this way. Let me show you.
No, you will not sustain yourself on mud nor flesh. Come, let me show you the way. And he begins walking into the woods.
I walk with him.
All right. He leads you some distance away from the clearing. Not too far. Here we go. Off into the woods to murder you. No, he leads you to some brambles ripe with a deep purple berry. And picks a few, nibbles to show that they're safe to eat.
I will pop one of the purple berries in my mouth, give it a good chew.
And he will provide you water as well.
I drink.
Roll a saving throw versus. Just got saving throw written. I think spell, although it's your choice.
My choice? Well, then I pick paralyzation, poison, and death.
This is not death magic. No, it's very much not death magic. Spell.
Alrighty. It is not my choice. I fail.
You fail. So you gorge yourself on these berries well, you lose track of time. And you're going to gain 1 temporary HP at the expense of 1 max HP. Same drill as before with the
I gain
with the hunter's hearts. So you don't gain. I wouldn't record it as 10. I would keep it as 9, 1, and then your max HP is going to decrease by 1.
Wait, what's 9 and 1?
You raised your HP. I was saying I was incorrect. I don't see your max HP right here.
It's 33 is my new max.
Okay. Okay. For some reason, this isn't saving to your character sheet. It's like just on this token. But anyways. And roll a charisma check, perception check, charisma first.
Charisma check?
Yeah.
All right. Pass with flying colors.
Pass.
Actually,
Okay.
it should be 3 less than that. But you said my max HP goes down by 1, and my temp goes...
Yeah, you permanently reduce your max HP. I was even thinking of rolling for it, but I feel like 1 is enough. Would you rather it be D8s or something?
No, I like 1 instead of a D8. Thank you very much.
All right, fair enough. Okay, and an unknown amount of time passes. You pick this bush clean of berries until purple juices drip down your chin. And when the berry is picked clean, you find yourself still hungry. Your elven guide has apparently taken a liking to you. Graciously leads you on. Come over here. There's some really, really great mushrooms. He doesn't laugh. The DM does.
I am feeling like I want to leave sooner. I have feasted on the berries and I have consumed your water.
He'll note your wounds. I'm trying to think how he would delicately offer to treat you. I wonder if he would know. I'll roll like a knowledge check to see if he knows anything about berserkers. And I think he does, right? He's like, I see you're wounded. I know at times your kind intentionally bleed themselves to work themselves into a frenzy, or even occasionally salt their wounds so that they scar and heal in hideous mutilations of the flesh.
Does that work? I must try that.
You in your endeavors?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for
Bring
sure.
me the salt.
Okay, so he actually he uses the earth itself, right? This salty dust that's over everything. He like gathers it up in his hands. He's sheathed his sword by now, so he can hold it both hands. And he salts your wounds. Do you have any wounds that are greater than 3?
I do. I have 1.
1?
1.
Okay. So that after, well, I guess time doesn't matter here anymore. So it can work almost immediately. Yeah. So he will salt your wound. It will be reduced by. It will heal by 1 over 24 hours. But again, we're not. Yeah. And if you would like the rest of them healed, he'll do that. Or he'll work on other wounds.
Well, I only had
However-
the one that was over 3. So...
He can patch up the other ones. He just wasn't sure if he wanted to stay wounded.
No, I must be ready when I get back. There are goblins to slay.
Then come this way. Do you let him lead you around the woods? Do you let him take you to mushrooms to
Absolutely.
woods?
I trust Mr. Man. Mm-hmm.
Trust Mr. Man?
He seems good enough.
Okay. Let's see. He fails his herbalism check. There's no mushrooms, but it will take you to a stream to clean up your other wounds.
Okay.
And he gathers some something by the creek side while does Halvar bathe? Do you like bathe in this creek? Let's see if we've got
Yes, of course.
Got a map with the creek. Let's ignore the. How do I page set? How do I archive pages? Okay, archive page. Where did the archive pages go?
They go into the archive, which you access on the far right of the selection list. The farthest most right.
You may ask to find once they're.
Nope.
No.
It'll be super easy to find, as long as you know what they're called.
Yeah, what's this one here?
Ooh, this is pretty.
This is pretty. Yeah, that'll work. I think that's a Qualnir. I like Qualnir. Oop. Okay, he will lead you to a creek side to gather his herbs, to let you water yourself, bathe if you'd like. And he will apply 2 points of healing to any wound.
Any one wound?
Any one wound. This will also take 24 hours, but in your what would you call it? Your food coma, feast coma. Time is slipped away from you, so it doesn't matter.
So here is an interesting little
that was
quirk.
real. That was okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's an interesting little quirk: is that I leveled up and my base HP went up proportionately to how much life I had left, but my wounds did not increase. So my HP minus my wounds no longer equals my current HP. So should I take extra wounds get to my
maybe
point?
You should just when you level up, you get all those new HP as HP.
Okay.
Do that? Is that too hard to recalculate?
No,
and
I can just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to. You didn't need to do percentage-based HP. I figured you would just keep your wounds and add some HP, and that's why we typically save level ups for
rested
periods.
periods.
Time. Yeah.
Okay, so I should be at 19 out of 32 after these 24 hours pass and these wounds heal.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily occur to Halvar that it's 24 hours passing, but
right. But when I feel rested and bathed and cleaned and fed, I will ask.
I think.
Elfman, what did you say your name was?
My name is but you may call me Sithis.
Sithis? Sithis? Well, Halvar's hearing is good, I swear.
Sithis.
Sithis. Excellent. Absolutely fascinating name. Now, Sithis, do you know where there is a way home or a way to the wolf?
Still, I'm not sure where your home is.
There's a town.
And I told you that I cannot help you find the wolf, and he's not here anymore. You have made quite a racket, and been sure of that. In fact, wonder how many years it will be before the White Wolf returns.
There is a town.
Gold Wolf? The Gold Wolf.
I remember its name clearly. I heard my mother whisper it in my ear once before. She said, Bobstown.
Bobstown.
Bobstown. That's where I was near.
This is a human settlement?
Yes, filthy, weak human settlement.
I'm
Right
afraid
for the plucking.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with the geography on the other side. It's not geography. What is it when it's archaeology? Paleontology?
I do not know what you speak of.
You must be speaking Elven.
So you will show me the way home.
I don't know where you live.
Does it matter?
It matters where I send you.
The destination is less important than the journey of life. And the journey will be filled with bloodshed and slaying of monsters.
Sounding very wise up until that last bit.
It will be glorious. I shall prove myself to those who shunned me. It will be a bloody journey. And one day, I will end up home, and my people will bow before me, for I will be Halvar the king.
Oh, those mushrooms. Oh wait, he failed to collect them. Never mind.
Halvar does not do mushrooms with someone he just met.
But they're so delicious.
One time, Halvar given mushrooms by biggest orc in village as gift. Halvar take the mushrooms and come to his senses days later, mountains away, with no clothes and burns on his hands. Halvar not know what happened to him. Never trust mushrooms from strange men ever again.
To me, you are strange.
Is
Well
to be
then.
expected.
If there's nothing else I can help you with, I really should be getting back to my
Home.
to my watch.
I want home. I don't
we
care
all?
where. Take me to your home. I will find my way from there. Just get me out of this god's forsaken place.
I'm afraid you won't be welcome, or you aren't welcome in my home.
Halvar is welcome nowhere on the earth. That's why he makes a home for himself everywhere.
But I could take you. He'll take you back to the stones. Or. He'll take you back to the stones, or I suppose I could drop you off on the at the borderline.
What is borderline?
It's a tavern where you may be granted hospitality.
Yes. Let us drink ale and speak of our deeds and conquests like men.
There's a tavern. In here. All right, where is that guy? All right then. So he'll lead you through the woods. you stop by the circle of stones again, and then travel, down another path.
Mm-hmm.
You're lost and disoriented by now, but he will take you to a small, simple tavern within the woods. There's a hitching post outside for mounts and the like. I think right now there's nothing. And would throw down some dynamic lighting on this guy, but wait, that's the bar. Oops. Anyways, it is,
Sithis, you have been good, man.
Yeah,
Let
so
us take the beer from the bartender, and if he protests, we will take his hand.
I think you're right outside of the tavern, or have you walked in by now?
I think we're standing right outside when I mentioned this to him.
I must say, Halvar, that I would caution you against that.
I have no coin to spare. The evil goblin stole it from me, so you will have to pay our bar tab.
I'm afraid I have no coins myself.
And we shall take it from the weaklings here. With feats of strength and thought.
I must caution you against this, Halvar. The bartender Jack does not put up with such.
No, we will not destroy.
It would mean almost certain death.
We do not fight with steel, but with muscle and thought. Watch this. And I step up to the bar. I say, "Bartender! Halvar demands food and drink, and he will wager for it."
Bartender is a large, barrel-chested man in a strange garb. It's got a collar up the neck and a hashed pattern of varying colors. Very blocky, linear. He leans against the bar.
Jack!
He eyes you up and down. Do I know you?
I am Halvar. You are Jack. We now know each other. I will make a wager with you, Jack. In exchange for drink and food, I will stump you with a riddle. One that you cannot solve, but is easily solvable. And when I tell you the answer, you will feel foolish and give me drink and food out of shame.
I am amused, but I'm a businessman. Wouldn't keep this bar open if I just went around handing out free drinks to every, What are you?
I am Halvar. Here is the riddle. Prepare your mind. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night, or in the evening as it may be?
Hold on a second there. 4 legs in the morning.
4 legs in the morning.
2 legs.
2 in the afternoon. 3 at night.
Well, that's easy. A wizard.
A wizard?
In the morning. Crawls around because he's too hungover from the night before. By afternoon, he's on his feet. Because he lost his staff. And he can't find it until he goes back to the bar to buy Elven wine from me for 6 silver pieces. You don't go giving that stuff away. He shakes his head and goes back. Goes across the bar to help other customers.
I furrow my brow. That is not the answer I expected, but it sort of works if one supposes a very drunk wizard. Halvar
You can keep that riddle for free. Try it on the next sucker, and he gives you a wink. Roll a perception check.
Where are my dice? Here they are. 1d20 plus 13. 32.
Nailed it. Well, I mean, you can ask me what you want to know, but so you will have noticed that Sithis is gone. You're alone in this bar. In fact, I don't even think he followed you in. He probably had the conversation outside, and maybe by the time you were walking up to the bar, you were talking to yourself. And the bartender has an axe stashed beneath the counter. I don't know how threatening you came off as. He may or may not have eyed it during your conversation. But yes.
Okay. I come back to him. Halvar has a new riddle. This one will stump you for sure, and then you will give me food and drink out of shame. A woodsman next to you eggs you on. There's this guy sitting at the corner. Well then, out with it. Jack's last one was so good. Let's keep the riddles going. When you add this to a barrel, it becomes lighter. What is it?
Oh, that's easy. Says Jack, the bartender.
Tell me.
It's that'd be an orc.
That is incorrect.
Because when you add the orc to the barrel, he drinks all my ale, and it's lighter.
No! If the orc drinks the
That's
ale,
two for me
he
and one
maintains
for
the
you.
same weight as the barrel plus the orc. The ale does not vanish, it goes inside the orc. Despite common thought, consuming rations and water does not lighten your encumbrance on your character sheet.
I have to say, Halvar,
The answer is a whole.
whole lot of nothing. That's what I say. You're down 0-2, Halvar.
It is tied 1-1.
You're lucky I'm not an elf. Otherwise, you'd have lost your hat and your shoes in this wager.
Do elves wager their clothing? Are they strippers at heart?
Come on, Jack. I feel sorry for this guy. I'll buy him around. And the woodsman slides a silver piece across the table. And,
This is why your kind die easily.
Jack,
Sorry, go ahead.
were you taunting the human?
I was taunting the human. I know, it's not a good idea, but I mean, Halvar's gonna be Halvar.
My kind. He hiccups. I'm not very good at role-playing drunk people. The Jack fills up a tankard of ale for you. Slides it across the table.
Human, have you heard the story of Jean-Pierre Cassé, the elf?
Jean-Pierre Cassé says,
Yes.
everything just go black.
Yes. Black as the night. Black as
I was
Halvar's
trying
heart.
to get dynamic lighting on, but and of course I can't
The story
access the token. Yeah, tell me the
of
story.
Jean-Pierre Cassé. He is an elf.
You're not pronouncing that right. Do you speak Elven?
No, I do not. The elf is 900 years old. He has, let's say, consumed rhino horn every day of his life, if you understand what Halvar means. He travels the world, seeking human women. He finds them a few times a week. From town to town, city to city, noble and commoner alike, Jean-Pierre Kissé seduces the humans. Jean-Pierre Kissé is the father of 75% of the half-elves in the world. Because he is so old and his children live so long, and so few other elves mate with humans. One elf is essentially responsible for all the half-elves for hundreds of years. By orcish calculations, he has produced at least 15,000 half-elves in a period of 900 years. He is known to some. Are you familiar with the story?
Can't say that I am. I was rather enjoying the tale. I even held my tongue when I thought of a few witty quibs along the way.
It looked like you were trying to light your match for your pipe and were distracted.
I was fussing with dynamic lighting, but I did actually have some puns that I wanted to throw in there.
Oh, okay.
You could say he could save them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's.
He was going to question orcish mathematics.
Ooh, yeah. Those in positions of power who interact with elves and those who study history, especially elven history, know of Jean-Pierre Kissé. Although most of the human women he meets and sleeps with know him only as that elf who came through that one town that one time, speaking sweet nothings and romancing me like a fairy tale. He was gone in the morning. These half-elves do not know they are all essentially half-siblings. It is a great mystery of the human world.
The drunken woodsman chimes in. And where do half-orcs come from?
Half-orcs come from orcs
I don't think,
who rip humans to pieces after raping them over and over and impregnate themselves with the seed of the weaker race and then give birth to a young half-orc who is shunned by society and hated and beaten, and years pass and eventually he flees when his mother dies, and then he is alone in the woods and he must kill goblins to survive. That is where half-orcs come from.
Well, Halvar's certainly entertaining. You can drink and tell tales for as long as you'd like. Well, reasonable amount of time. You're back on human time. So
is Mr. Elf gone?
Oh yeah, he's been gone.
Okay, perfect. So I guess at some point I'll probably ask these people.
What's your HP? Can we do the math? We can say it's been
19.
24 hours of healing.
It is
And I guess you can also
19 out
gain
of 32.
naturally, right? For the 24 hour, if we say it's been 24 hours or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 out of 32. And then I gain another 3. So that brings me to 22 out of 32.
That was fast. You sure you were at 9 and then you gained...
I was at 6 and then I gained like 14 or something. And then I gained 3.
Oh, okay, because this is because of the...
I gained 11. Yeah, it was
because
like...
of the way we changed the level up. And you have 1 temp HP.
Right.
And yeah. Okay. So what's your next play? You don't have any money. You've been entertaining enough that various people have been like buying you drinks. I don't think anyone's going to buy you dinner or a room. So eventually you probably are going to have to come up with something else to do unless you just become the tavern drunk and...
No, I'm going to go look for the elf, because Halvar's not really understanding that he's not in that same other place as before. So he will go outside to look for the elf, where I'm thinking he's going to realize that he's not in Kansas anymore, or actually he's back in Kansas again, actually.
You're in a fairly nondescript. Well, I mean, you're outside of a tavern in a fairly nondescript woodland. It's daytime again. It's daytime by the time you get out.
And it's clear that I'm not in the other area, because, right, the sky's not crazy weird looking anymore.
The sky is not crazy weird looking anymore, correct. You don't know where you are. You're still, like, lost, but...
is the terrain around me wilderness or civilization?
It is wilderness. It's a wilderness tavern. I mean, like, it's cleared enough around here, right? There's enough space to stable horses, although it's not particularly country you'd want to run horses through. Because it is, well, yeah. And then, and there are a few hunters and the like assembled outside as well. So there are a few other NPCs just outside of the tavern. Otherwise, you can walk out in the woods.
Well, I would like to walk over to one of these NPCs and say, "Where are we? Where is Bobstown?"
He looks around. So you didn't really get a good look at him. He had a hood over his head, and he looks around nervously as you approach him. Roll a charisma check. He runs for it. Doesn't say a word, just looks at it.
I have escaped the goblin magic. I am back. My chase has been fruitful. The wolf has found me worthy. Now, goblins, I have slain thee. I have completed my first quest. Now I must find a new one. My quest is to sleep until I am at full hit points, and then find new prey.
Where do you sleep, Halvar?
Oh no! Halvar's quest is more challenging than he expected.
You have no money.
I will sleep outside. Halvar will make a survival check to find shelter.
So you leave the...
I do leave, yeah.
The tavern?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll a survival check.
Oh!
Yeah. So let's locate you on this map. Which side of the river do we want to put you on? We're actually over here. And you can get yourself situated. Like, you can set up a camp. You still have your tarp?
No. They stole all my shit. I have rope.
You can, you got an axe, right?
I got an axe, yeah.
Yeah. You make yourself a lean-to.
Yes.
Or set up a small temporary camp.
I will.
You gather some wild berries. Any other foraging, maybe pine nuts. If you want live game, you'll have to make hunting checks, but you're able to set up a camp and sustain yourself, I think, indefinitely. This is a woodland, and you said that's your favorite terrain. I think mechanically we would need you to roll survival checks like every hour, but I think the way that the math works out, I mean, we can test it a little bit to see, but I think the way the math works out, it'll probably just be simpler to say you can survive indefinitely in your favorite terrain.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to take a short break here?
Sure. No, it seems like a good break time. Do you want to say anything about your camp, or talk about it on the way back on the other side?
I'll talk about it on the other side of the break.
Cool. More camping after this.
See you guys on the other side.